Time is 9:55 a.m. Good morning. The news headline: United Assembly ignore IPOB, Yoruba Nation agitators, focus on Buhari, presidency tells media. Presidency attacks Yoruba Nation over UN match partnership with IPOB. The presidency on Wednesday asked media organizations in Nigeria to focus on issues to be discussed by the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired at the United Nations Assembly in New York. This was actually contained in a statement issued by Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity on Wednesday. The statement is a reaction to the ongoing protest by Yoruba Nation, IPOB agitators and others at the United Nations headquarters in New York. Nigerians agitating for Yoruba Nation and indigenous people of Biafra, amongst others, had resumed their protest at the United Nations headquarters in New York on Wednesday. They vowed to reconvene again on Friday, September 24th, when the President will be addressing the United Nations on 24, when the President will be addressing the United Nations at the Assembly. The statement read in part: meanwhile, the Nigerian government will continue its work at the United Nations Assembly to fight against corruption and illicit financial flows and international cooperation. If we want to see stolen funds returned to their rightful home in Nigeria, the government must continue to campaign for the coordinated global action on asset recovery. The government will remain the leading regional actor in the fight against global terror, particularly against threats emanating from the Sahel. Through the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps program, the country also shares technical expertise and countries from the Caribbean, Africa, and Pacific. At the time, the administration is implementing a program of environmental sustainability to combat development which destroys Nigerian communities in vulnerable regions. Only through the 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development can we secure a prosperous future for Nigeria. As the largest country in Africa, the government takes seriously its leadership role and will continue to strive for continental unity, cooperation, and shared prosperity. Our expectation is therefore for the media to work with the government to focus attention on the core issues the president and the leader of the country has on its program. The presidency had actually launched an attack on the Yoruba Nation procession group over its rally recently at the United Nations in New York, and they were actually saying that the statement actually read in full that for Nigerians in diaspora group to use the world's largest platform, the United Nations General Assembly, to garner attention to their causes is not unexpected. It was, however, shocking to see Yoruba Nation advocates just today unequivocally throw their lots in with indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB is a designated terrorist organization. It is now publicly revealed a 50,000 strong paramilitary organization. It regularly murders security services and innocent civilians, with a significant uptick of violent attacks this year. And it is currently attempting to hold Nigerian state hostage, with others to stay at home under threat of terror. Without doubt, Nigerians and the entire world will judge Yoruba Nation by the company it keeps. No one can take seriously this organization if it continues its IPOB association. When their allies systematically trample human rights, it raises sober questions about their claims to uphold the values of the United Nations. The cooperation is a worrying development once passed with Yoruba Nation's increasingly violent rallies in Nigeria, and actions and associations speak louder than words. Yoruba Nation's talk of human rights promotion must therefore be ignored. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government will continue its work at the UN to fight against corruption and illicit financial flows and international cooperation. If we want to see stolen funds returned to their rightful home in Nigeria, the government must continue to campaign for and coordinate global action on asset recovery. The government will continue and remain the leading regional actor in the fight against global terror, particularly against threats emanating from the Sahel. Through the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps program, the country also shares technical expertise with countries from the Caribbean. Our expectation is therefore for the media to work with the government to focus attention on the core issues the president, the leader of the country, has on his program. And these are actually from the presidency, because we know that of recent the Yoruba Nation agitators had actually stormed the New York for the United Nations Assembly, where the agitators held placards and different inscriptions that the chairman of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, which is Professor Banji Akintoye, had actually declared that a million-man freedom march would hold opposite to the United Nations headquarters in New York, United States of America, from 14th to 24th September 2021, where Akintoye said that the protest is meant to show the world the genocide being perpetrated by murderous herdsmen in the name of grazing in the south and middle belts of Nigeria. And the renowned historian said that the people of south and middle belts want to show to the world the crimes against humanity, attacks on press freedom, attacks on free speech, and other criminalities being aided by the Buhari-led government of Nigeria. And the octogenarian scholar stated that the indigenous people within the Ninas territory are demanding the conduct of a regional referendum so that the people can decide on their own nationhood. However, Ninas is the umbrella both for self-determination groups in the south and the middle belts of Nigeria, with Ilana Omo-Oduah representing the Yoruba land. And as regards this, they had actually addressed the letter to the United Nations Assembly, where the agitators said that we, the indigenous people of Nigeria, gather today at the headquarters of the United Nations in New York to alert the United Nations and the rest of the global community that the Union of Nigeria has failed irredeemably and is now at the verge of a violent disintegration